Good morning. I am going to go over all of your work off of here for the days of, Tuesday, April 28th is the first day I'm going to go over. Okay, so on Tuesday, we are going to start with morning writing. On this sheet, you have the long I words. Because remember, there's two vowels. There's the silent E at the end. So when there's two vowels, the first one says its name and the second one is silent. So you have words like bike, kite, hide, and five. You'll trace the word, you'll write the word. Trace it, write it, trace it, write it, trace it, write it. Then I want you to write a sentence at the bottom, a complete sentence. And then remember, a sentence starts with an uppercase, finger spacing between, and a punctuation at the end. And I want you to use one of these words, write a sentence at the bottom, and then you can draw a picture about your sentence. When we go on to math, you are going to do an addition practice sheet. Remember, addition has the plus sign, and we are adding them together. So you'll take 6 plus 2 and write the answer right there below it. Use your touch points, use a number line, whatever it is you have. Then we're also going to do a subtraction one, but this one is an assessment. This one needs to be done strictly and only by the children with no help. You can give them instructions that it's a subtraction one, and they are going to, it has the subtraction sign, which means take away. That means you have 5. So you can give the example if you have 5 apples, you ate 2 of them, how many are left? And then I want them to do, you'll write the answer right below on those lines for each problem, and this comes back to me. Now on to language. You are going to get new sight words today, and your new sight words are soon, to, under, and went. Or actually, it's want. Soon, to, under, and want. And then I'm going to send this little page so you can write your 4 sight words right here and then practice typing them out on here. This will help you get more comfortable with the keyboard, and you can practice your sight words. And then you can do this every day if you need to. You can just practice typing them out, and that way you've practiced your sight words. And we're going to work on those long vowels again. This time we are going to do AIC words, AIM words, and 8 words, the long A. So all of the words end AKE, AME, or ATE. We're just changing the first letter. So you'll look over here. AIC. 2 vowels. The first one says its name. The second one is silent. So AKE. Oh, that's AKE. So that one will go over here with the AKE word family. So you'll cut all these words out and glue them on with the right family. And then as you glue them on, make sure you read these words. Rake, fame, late, date, lake, name, same, take, game, gate, rate, cake. Okay, today for science and social studies, we're going to learn about 4 parts of a plant. Here's a plant, and we start at the bottom with the roots. The roots are a very, very important part of the plant. This is where everything is absorbed. They are underground, and they absorb the water and the minerals and everything that it needs to fuel the plant to grow. Then next we're going to talk about the stem. And in different plants, stems are different. Some of them are flimsy and can bend over. Some of them are real solid, like a tree trunk. But the stem is what supports the plant, and the stem is where all that the roots have absorbed grow up the stem and get it to the leaves. Which brings us to the next part, is the leaves of the plant. The leaves are an essential part of the plant. They are where the minerals and the nutrients, when the stem takes them to them, they're absorbed. And then the leaves use the chlorophyll, which is the green pigment in the leaves, and they do a process called photosynthesis, which uses the energy from the sunlight, and it creates glucose that feeds the plant. And the leaves also release oxygen out into the air. So we have the roots, they absorb the water and the minerals. We got the stem that carries it to the leaves, and the leaves that turn it all into food for the plant. And the last part is the flower. Not all plants have flowers on them. Some do, but a lot of times the flower is the part right here, usually in the middle, that produces the seeds. And the seeds then eventually fall off, or we plant them, or they go in the ground and starts the whole plant cycle all over again. So that is part of what you'll learn tomorrow for the plant cycle. But this is the roots, the stem, the leaves, and the flower. Those are your parts of a plant. Now going on to Wednesday, April 29th. All right, let me get everything for that. All right, so we're going to do a journal entry that day. In the journal entry, the sentence begins with, I would plant. I want you to tell me what you would plant and why would you plant that. And then we'll go on to math. We are going to do a worksheet using a table. A table is a chart that gives us information. And the one we're doing today has children's names right here. And then next to it, how many pets they have. So you don't have to count. If they were standing there, you wouldn't have to count how many pets they have. You could look and you could say, oh, Andrea had 3 pets. And then there are questions all down here that you would answer by looking at the chart. And your parents can help you read the questions. And like the first one, how many pets does Max have? Well, let's go find Max. Oh, there's Max. And you go over. It says he has 5 pets. So you write 5 there. And you'll go through and you'll read the rest of the questions and you'll answer them. And that will help you understand how to read a table. Now, also in math today, we have lily pad, roll, and cover. The dice I sent you, you will roll your dice and you will write the first number down and then roll it again and you write the second number down. Then I want you to turn it into a subtraction problem. But you cannot just do any number. You have to do the number that is larger first, then the number that you rolled that is smaller next, and then you'll figure out the answer. So you'll have to write the 2 numbers down, and then you'll have to make a subtraction problem out of it. And remember, with subtraction, we take away. So it's like we had 5 apples, and then we ate 3 of them. How many apples are left? 2. So then you would color in the space, the lily pad that had the number 2 on it. And then if you do a problem and you get the 2 again, then you just go on until you rolled the dice to where it's going to equal every single one of these. Also in language today, or moving on to language, I should say, you will review your sight words. You can review past sight words. We'll do readers also, and then I am going to also, actually we're not doing readers, we are doing computers, and you're going to get on Epic, and I will have the book My Garden in your little mailbox. So log on to Epic, go to your name, and then when you click on your mailbox, I think it's up in the right hand corner, I already have the book loaded that you need to read, and it's called My Garden. And then if you want to read other books, it records how many hours that you listen to stories or you read some on your own, because there's several different ways. You can go and search for books where you read, you can search for books that read to you, or you can search for books that are just audiobooks and you just sit and listen to the story. Several different ways, but if you click on your name first, then it shows me how much you have been reading. And then we have another assessment. This assessment is going to cover rhyming and syllables. So the parent can go ahead and give instructions and read the words and have them orally answer, and then you record what they said. So in this first part, you'll say the 2 words, and you'll say mop, top, and they will tell you, do they think those rhyme? And you will circle I don't know why there's 3 of them, but circle yes or no, whatever their answer was. And then in this next part, you're going to say the word basket, and they're going to tell you how many syllables. Remember, when we do syllables, we clap out the word basket. How many claps? How many syllables? Then on the bottom part, I want your children to tell you 3 different sets of words that rhyme, and they can't use any that were already on here, but they can come up with 3 different sets of rhyming pairs. So they can say like cat and hat. Those rhyme, write those down. So whatever 2 words they tell you that rhyme, I want you to write those 3 down at the bottom and then send this back to me. And then we're going to move on to science and social studies. Like I said earlier in the video, now you're going to do the life cycle of the flower. So when you have a life cycle, you start with seeds. Then it turns into a seedling. That little seedling starts to grow. And then you have a sprout. You have a little bit that comes out from underneath the ground. And then eventually you have the whole flower. And then on that flower there are seeds. They fall on the ground and it starts all over again. Seed, seedling, sprout, flower. So you're going to cut these out, glue them on, and then you can color that picture all nice and pretty. Now there's one more thing you're going to have to do today to get ready for tomorrow's science and social studies. I have sent you this little baggie of lima beans. And I have sent this sheet that has instructions at the bottom. And it says you will wrap the lima beans in damp, not soaking wet, but kind of wet paper towels, and store it in this zipper bag overnight. Because then tomorrow, on Thursday, we're going to open them up and we're going to learn the parts of a seed. Okay? So you have to do this today to get ready for tomorrow's project. So that is the video for Tuesday, April 28th and Wednesday, April 29th. I will do another one for Thursday, Friday, and Monday. I hope everyone is doing well. Have a good week. We will do our Zoom on Thursday, 1:15. Show and tell again, so find something different to show this time. And then I also have from 1:15 to 1:30 on Fridays a Zoom session open if anybody has any questions about any of the work. We're almost getting there to the end of the year and winding down, so just a couple more weeks of work and then we're just ready to call all of you a first grader. So everyone have a good week and I will see you later.